أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to today's class, everyone. We will start the class as per usual with our daily prayer. So, Assalamu alaikum, discipline in charge. Could you please enter our first student?
Assalamu alaikum. Our first student is G1 504.
Walaikum assalam.
G1 504.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. And you can see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah and today's prayer, so I will recite and then you can recite after me, okay?
Okay.
Excellent. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Very well done. And the translation, please.
I seek refuge with Allah from the Satan, the rejected.
Good. Well done. Oh, just a sec. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Translation.
In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Well done. And the prayer for today. Rabbi allimni ma huwa khayrun indak.
Rabbi
allimni
ma
Rabbi allimni ma huwa khayrun indak.
khayrun indaka.
Good, well done. Indak if we're doing a verb. Well done, excellent. And the translation, please.
Oh my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Jazakumullah asna. Jazakallah. G1 504. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so just a quick reminder of the class etiquettes, which we're in the last week of term now. By the grace of Allah, we've completed a whole term of Quran reading together. And inshallah, as you know, Friday will be your last lesson of this term. And the session will be as normal on the Friday, normal time, just join. But by the grace of Allah, you've completed the term almost. You only have a day or so left of lessons. And then you will be, inshallah, a competent readers of the Holy Quran, inshallah ta'ala. But just to make sure for today that you have the appropriate etiquettes of the classroom with your correct ID, your wudu, your clean clothes and your head covered. You should be in a quiet place with your parental supervision as well. Okay, so in today's class, today is Wednesday, the 8th of December. We are looking at lesson number 22. If you have the hard copy of Talimul-Quran, the book of Talimul-Quran, it's the material in Talimul-Quran, lesson number 22 on page 91. And it's miscellaneous rules. And today's rule is Hamza on Ya. The practice day for text for today's lesson will be exercise 22.5. And we will also be doing Quran reading as well, Surah Al-Lahab. Okay, so we'll be doing Quran reading as well in today's lesson, inshallah. So you have been looking at different miscellaneous rules. So you would have looked at Hamza on Waw. And if you remember, when we have a Hamza and it sits upon a Waw, or as in today's lesson, it sits upon a Ya, the Ya is not pronounced. The Ya is considered the chair for the Hamza. The Hamza is simply sitting on top of it. It's just something to put the Hamza on top of. And you will not pronounce the Ya. The stroke, which is there on top of the Hamza, will apply to the Hamza. So in this case, there's a Hamza with a Dhamma on the top. So we would say, U. In this case here, we have a hamza sitting on the ya, but the hamza has a fatha on the top. So we would say ah. And in this case here, and this is usually the most confusing because you see a ya and you see a kasra underneath. Okay, so automatically people assume that you are going to pronounce the kasra with the ya, but you have to ignore the ya, look at the hamza on top, and you would pronounce this I. Okay, so in each case, it's easier to recognize when the hamza is on top and you have a dhamma or a fatha. It just seems to make sense. But sometimes this one can be confusing with the ya. So you just need to remember if there's a hamza on the top, the stroke, whichever stroke it is, applies to the hamza. And the same is the case if there is a sukoon on the letter. So if there is a hamza on top of a ya with a sukoon on the top, the sukoon applies to the hamza, not to the ya. Okay, so it's a new miscellaneous rule which we will practice today. And once we've practiced this, inshallah, we will move on to our Quranic reading. So if we could have our next student to the mic, please.
Yes, our next student is G1335.
G1335. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, G1335. Maybe their mic is not working. Just a quick reminder, please, for all students, please make sure you are attentive. And as soon as you get your message to unmute your mic, try to do it quickly because that saves time and means we can get through more people, inshallah. Okay, if we try someone else, discipline in charge.
Yes, G1339.
G1339. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So if we start with Dawood and Tasniya, and then we'll begin our exercise.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
MashaAllah, well done. Okay, so we're going to recite the word. Well, I will recite the word and you will recite after me. Okay, before we recite, let me just ask you a couple of questions. Okay, so we have a ba here with a fatha on top and we have a blank alif next to it. What is this alif called? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, how long will we pronounce the ba for? Do you remember?
2 seconds.
Excellent. We pronounce it for 2 seconds. This alif is called an alif mad. Okay, and it means that the letter before, if you have a blank alif and the letter before has a fatha on the top, that letter is pronounced for 2 seconds. It is elongated for 2 seconds. Okay, so in this case, the ba will be ba, 2 seconds, right? Okay, so let's recite this word here. Al-bari'u.
Al-bari'u.
Good, well done. Once more. Al-bari'u.
Al-bari'u.
Very nice, well done. Let's go on to the next one. Quriya.
Quriya.
Ah. Quri'a.
Quri'a.
Very good, well done. It's sometimes when we say it quickly, it sounds like we're saying the ya. So we have to be really, really careful. And that goes for everyone. It goes for students and teachers and parents and children. So we just have to be really careful to make sure we pronounce each letter carefully. Quri'a.
Quri'a.
Very good. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. Now, how long will we pronounce this kaf for? Qaf.
4 to 6 seconds.
Excellent. Well done. Why is that?
Because it is I know what it is, except I've forgotten its name.
It's okay. It's an extended elongation. Okay? Maddul kabira, extended elongation. Right? So 4 to 6 seconds. You were exactly right. Well done. So let's recite this word. Bil-Qur'an.
Bil-Qur'an.
Very good. Once more.
تلقائي.
Very nice. Well done. Excellent. Next one here. Nabbi.
نبئ.
Very good. So we've got a bar with a shadda on the top. So we really need to harden that. And then we have a hamza with a sukoon. So we need to do a very soft jerk there as well. Nabbi.
نبئ.
Very nice. Well done. Let's go on to the next one. Istohzi'a.
استهزئ.
Very good. Once more.
استهزئ.
Very nice. Well done. Excellent work, G1 339. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help today.
Jazakallah. Also, I wasn't here yesterday because it wouldn't let me log on.
Oh, it wasn't letting you log on. Okay, discipline child, can we make a note of that?
Okay, yes.
Yes, Jazakumullah. Jazakumullah, thank you for letting us know.
Allah
Okay,
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. If we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1 352.
Assalamu alaikum, G1 352. G1 352, can you hear me?
Yes,
Assalamu alaikum. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. And Jazakumullah for asking. Understanding what we need to do today?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So before we begin, if we start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then I want to ask you a couple of little questions.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good, well done. Okay, so this one here, can you tell me how we're going to pronounce this letter? Have a guess? Okay, first tell me, which letter are we going to pronounce? The ya or the hamza?
The ya.
Okay, so if we have a hamza which sits on top of a ya, okay, we need to pronounce the hamza, not the ya. The ya is just like a chair, and it's not going to do anything. It's just there to support the hamza. Okay, so the letter we are going to pronounce is the hamza. Even though it's a kasra, is underneath the ya, it goes with the hamza, not the ya. So we will say E.
E.
E. Well done. Excellent. Good. So remember, if there's a hamza, if there's a hamza with a dhamma, a hamza with a fatha, or a hamza with a kasra, or any other stroke, but the hamza is sitting on top of a ya, then it is always the hamza that is pronounced. Okay? Good. Well done. Okay. So can you tell me how long, sorry, not the second one, just the first one, how long we will pronounce this alif for here?
2 seconds.
Excellent. Why is that? Do you remember what this is called? Ya what? Do you remember? No, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Ya mad. Now, the reason it's a ya mad is because there is a sukoon on top of the ya and the alif has a kasra underneath. So if you have any letter with a kasra underneath and the next letter is a ya with a sukoon on top, it is a ya mad and it elongates the sound for 2 seconds. So you would say E 2 seconds.
E.
Very good. Well done. Now, tell me about this one here. How long are we going to say this letter for?
2 seconds.
Okay, so here we have this curvy smiley line here on top, okay, which makes this a madul kabir. So we have to have an an extended elongation. We will say this letter here for 4 to 6 seconds. Okay, so the minimum we would say is 4 seconds. So we would say da. How we go?
Da.
Very good. So try and make sure you get to the 4 seconds there. Okay, once more. Da.
Da.
Beautiful. Well done. Excellent. So the first letter we have to elongate for 2 seconds. The second letter we have to elongate for 4 seconds. So that's 6 seconds already. And then the last letter is 1 second. So a total of 7 seconds just in this one word. So we take a nice deep breath and then we'll begin. Okay. Ita.
إيتاء
Very good. Try to get that to that 4 seconds. Try to think all the way up to 4 in your mind. Okay, once more. إيتاء.
إيتاء
Good effort. Well done. Keep working on that extended elongation. Okay, well done. Good. Let's move on to the next one. Now here we have ishbaya. So we have a vertical fatha. How long will we say this alif for?
For
1 second or 2 seconds?
2 seconds.
Excellent. Good. Well done. So we're going to say that again. That is for 2 seconds. Okay, so we're going to start with the 2 seconds. We have extended elongation here. So 4 seconds again here. Okay. Anai.
Anai.
Very good effort. Well done. Okay, let's move on to the next one, right? So here the Hamza has a sukoon on top. So we will join the ya here to the Hamza with the sukoon. Hayy.
Hayy. Hayy.
Very good. Hayy.
Hayy.
Very good. Very soft jerk there. Okay, next one. Yunshi'u.
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 Good. Make sure you make the slight nasal sound here as well. Okay. And the last one, yuhayyi.
Yuhayyi.
Very good. Well done. So G1352, I really want you to work on just taking a nice deep breath so that when you have to extend for longer than 2 seconds, for about 4 seconds, you have enough breath inside you in order to make that long elongation there. Okay, really lovely recitation. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could have a next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1363.
G1363. Assalamu alaikum. G1363, can you hear me?
Okay. G1416.
G1416. Are you there? G1416, can you hear me?
Okay. G1429. G1429.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is that G1429?
Yes.
Excellent. How are you today?
How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I'm well. How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. So if you start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, and then we'll begin. I'm sorry, I can't hear you clearly, G1429. Could you just come a little bit closer to the computer or the mic?
Assalamu alaikum. A'udhu billahi rabb.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good, well done, excellent. Your voice is cutting very slightly, so we'll try to make this work, okay? So I'm going to recite the word and you just need to recite after me, okay? Al-Bari'u. Discipline in charge, can you hear G1429?
Unfortunately, saying no.
Okay.
The voice is cutting a lot.
The voice is cutting. Let's try once more. Al-Bari'u.
Okay.
I'm sorry, G1429, your voice has completely disappeared now. Maybe we can try again after a moment or so, discipline in charge.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if we try someone else first.
Okay. G1483.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. G1483.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Bitty?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. If we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, then we'll move on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good, well done. So could you tell me, please, how long we will pronounce this letter for here?
2 seconds.
Okay, so we've got, remember here, we've got this big smiley wave or curvy line on top of the letter here. This means that we need to elongate this letter for about 4 seconds to 6 seconds. Okay, so this is 4 to 6 seconds. Okay, and what about this one here? How long will we say that for?
1 second.
Okay, so we have an alif with a kasra underneath, and then the next letter is a ya with a sukoon. So that means it's a ya mud. So we need to elongate this sound for 2 seconds. Okay, so let's start. Let's have a go. Okay, we're going to start from here, from this word here. Al-bari'u.
Al-bari'u.
Quri'a.
Quri'a.
Very nice. Tilqa'i.
Tilqari.
Once more.
Tilqari.
Okay, so we have to be really careful that we pronounce each letter individually. So til, qa.
Tilqa.
Good. I.
I.
Good. Let's try that once more. Til, qa. I.
Tilqai.
Very good. Much better. Well done. Nabbi.
Nabbi.
Nub. So you have to make sure you connect it and you join it. Okay, make a hard sound. Nabbi.
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 Okay, so do the nun, na, and then you join to the ba and you push your lips together really hard. Nab. Push your lips together and then you do the ba to the hamza. Nabbi.
Nabbi.
Much better. Excellent. So when you're joining to the ba, you have to close your mouth and you have to push your lips together to make sure you make a really good b sound, right? Excellent. Good. Let's do the last one. Istuhzi'a.
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 Beautiful. Well done, G1483. Really nice recitation. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. We could have another student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1572.
G1572. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, that's good. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Okay, are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So if we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, then we'll begin.
I don't feel too well today.
Sorry?
I don't feel too well today, but
If you're not up to reciting, that's fine. We can choose somebody else.
no, I'm always up to reciting Quran.
Okay, alhamdulillah, that's excellent. So if we just do it slowly and quietly. A'udhu billah, just do it in a low voice. You don't have to do it too loudly, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Well done, excellent. So we're going to start on the second line here. Okay, so how long are we going to say this first sound for?
So you're gonna join. You're gonna say it like Ita.
Very good. So the first sound, the alif, and with the yamad there is for 2 seconds, and then the ta with the maddul kabir here for 4 seconds. Okay, elongated, extended elongation. So ita.
Ita.
Very good. Let's move on to the next one. Ana.
Anai.
Hayy.
Hayy.
Yunshi'u.
Yunjiu.
Okay, again, remember there's a nasal sound here. Okay, yunshi'u,
Yunjiu.
yuhayyi,
Yuhayyi.
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 You want to have a go by yourself once?
Okay.
From here?
Oh, I forgot.
Ita.
Itai.
Good. Make sure this is 2 seconds and this is 1 second here. Itai.
Itai.
And the next one?
Anai.
Very nice. Next one?
Hayyu.
Hayyi. This is a sukoon, not a dhamma here. Yeah?
Hayyi.
Good. Well done. Next one?
Yunshi.
Okay. So remember, this is a nasal sound here, right? Yunshi'u.
Yunshi.
Next one?
Yuhayyu.
Yuhayyi.
Hayyi.
Very nice. Well done. Jazakumullah G1572. Thank you for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Have a good day. Allah Hafiz.
And you. Jazakumullah. That's very kind of you to say. Okay, well done. So all of you need to remember, if you have a hamza, which is on top of a waw or on top of a ya, okay, you have to ignore the waw or the ya and concentrate on the hamza. So the waw here or the ya here, they are just considered support for the hamza, a chair for the hamza, something for the hamza to sit on top of. Okay, so if you have a hamza sitting on a waw or a ya, and then you have another stroke, so you have a dhamma or a fatha or a kasra or a vertical fatha or a vertical kasra, whatever stroke you have on top or underneath, that stroke applies to the hamza, not to the ya or the waw. Okay, so that's something you need to remember when you are doing your regular recitation. Okay, so we're going to move on now to our Quran section. We are today looking at Surah Al-Lahab. It is a Meccan surah. It's a Meccan surah. It is in part number 30 of the Holy Quran. Remember that the Holy Quran has 30 parts in total. So this means that Surah Al-Lahab is in the final part, the last part of the Holy Quran. It is chapter 111. The Holy Quran has, remember, 114 chapters. So it's very, very close to the end of the Quran. Okay, there are 6 verses within this particular surah. The Holy Quran, remember, has 6,348 verses in total. So this is just 6 of those 6,348 verses. It has 1 ruku, and remember the Holy Quran has 558 rukus in total. Okay, so it's 1 of those rukus. And order of revelation is number 6. So the 6th surah to be revealed. Okay, and some of you may know this by heart, which is fantastic. But what I would like for you to do today is that when we are reciting, I want you to read the words you are reciting. I don't want you to recite by heart today. Okay, there is always a place for reciting by heart for what you have done, hifz, what you have memorized, and that's an excellent thing to do. And I'd advise all of you to memorize as much of the Quran as you possibly can. But when you are told to recite and read the letters of the Quran, you need to make sure you are reading, focusing on each sound, focusing on each stroke, and reciting correctly. Okay, so I am going to begin by just reciting the surah for you or to you, and then we will have a student and we will go through all of the verses today, inshallah, with different students. Okay, so A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Ma aghna anhu malahu wa ma kasab. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد. Okay, so I have recited once, but I will recite along with you as well as you are reciting. So we will recite one verse at a time and make sure we are reciting all the words correctly. Okay, so if we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1 577.
G1 577. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Did you understand everything in the first part of the lesson?
Yes.
Yes, good. Alhamdulillah. You just keep practicing and inshallah you will all learn all of it very, very quickly. Okay, so if we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, and then I will recite and you can recite after me. Okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
MashaAllah, very nice. Okay, so let's start again from here. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Beautiful, well done, excellent. Let's go one word at a time. Dabbat.
تبت
Beautiful, really nice hardening there, well done. Dabbat yada.
تبت يدا.
Very nice. How long are we going to say this dal for here?
For 2 seconds.
Okay, so normally because there is a blank alif afterwards, this would be elongated for 2 seconds. But we have this wavy line on top here. Okay, this wavy line here is a maddu saghira. So we will elongate this sound now for about 3 seconds, at least 3 seconds. You can go up to 5 seconds, but we're going to do it for 3. Okay, yada.
يدا.
Very good, well done. Abi.
أبي.
Very nice, well done. We're going to go from the beginning all the way to here now. Okay. Tabbat yada abi.
تبت يدا أبي.
Beautiful. Lahabin wa.
لهب وتب.
Beautiful, well done. Lahabin wa tab.
لهب وتب.
Very good. Let's try the whole verse together. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Beautiful, excellent recitation. Okay, what I want you to be really careful about is this one letter here that you said E and you were supposed to say ah. So let's try it once more. Let's try that verse once more.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Very good, much, much better. Well done, excellent. Let's move on to the next verse. Again, this is going to be for 3 seconds, okay, because there is an extended elongation here, right? So it would be Ma aghna anhu.
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
Very excellent, very, very good effort. Well done. You carried on, you tried to make sure you read every sound correctly. That was really good. Okay, well done. Now I want you to recite it once after me as well. Okay? Ma aghna anhu.
ما أغنى عنه
ماله
ماله
وما كسب.
وما كسب.
Very good. Well done. I'm going to say the whole verse and then you have a go, right? ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
Beautiful. That was excellent recitation, G1 577. So all I want you to really practice with, because mashallah, you're saying all the letters carefully, you're reading all the letters appropriately, but what we need to do now to make it even better is to take a nice deep breath in so that you can make sure you can get these really long elongations in. And that takes time and it takes practice. And you'll be able to do it, inshallah, really, really quickly. So you take a nice deep breath in, you fill your tummy with lots of air. And then when you start your verse, you have plenty of air inside you in order to be able to say these long sounds. Okay, that was really very, very good, G1 577. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1845.
G1845.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So if we start with Tawud and Tasmiyah and then we'll move on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good. Well done. We're going to start from here. Okay, so I'll recite and then you recite after me. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Okay, let's break it down a little bit shorter. سيصلى
سيصلى
سيصلى.
سيصلى.
Very good. سيصلى نارا.
سيصلى نارا
ذات
ذات
لهب.
لهب.
ذات لهب.
ذات لهب.
Very good. Now let's try and put that together. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Very good. Excellent effort. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. وامرأة.
وامرأة.
Very good. So we have to hear the ha sound at the end. We're doing a waqf there. We're making a pause. So you would do the ta joined to the ha. Tu.
Tu.
Good. وامرأة.
وامرأة.
حمالة
حمالة.
حمالة الحطب.
حمالة الحطب.
Very good. So we join. Remember, this is a mim gunna, so we're going to stay on that for 2 seconds. حمالة الحطب.
حمالة الحطب.
Very good. Excellent. Let's move on. في جيدها.
في جيدها
حبل
حبل
من masad.
masad.
Once more. Hab.
Hablun min masad.
Okay, so the lam here, okay, we're going to join to the meme here, right? Then we have a noon with a sukoon, but we have a meme with a shadda afterwards. So we're going to ignore this noon completely, and we have to join this meme to this meme over here, right? Like that, right? So we will say lum mimma.
Lum mim ma.
Good, well done, excellent. So in both cases, you're joining to a meme. Lum mimma.
Lum mim ma.
Good, well done, excellent. Hablum mim masad.
Hablum mim masad.
Very good. Let's try this last line. Fi jidiha hablum mim masad.
Fi jidiha hablum mim masad.
Very good effort. Well done. Excellent. So what I want you to practice is just making sure with this meme guna here that you hold on the meme sound for 2 seconds. Okay, you really push down on it. And remember that here you don't join to the noon in either cases. Okay, you have to join to the meme, right? So you don't make a noon sound at all. It's only a meme nasal sound. Okay, very good effort, G1845. Jazakumullah.
Good office.
Allah Hafiz. We could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1719.
Assalamu alaikum, G1719.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Understanding everything okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if we start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then we'll begin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good, well done. So we're going to start again from Tasmiyah. So if we're going to start from here, and I'll recite, and then you can recite after me. Okay? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Beautiful, well done. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Beautiful, well done. Let's move on. Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab.
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
Very good, excellent timing, well done. Sayasla naran dhata lahab.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Very good. Wamra'atuhu.
وامرأته وامرأته
Hammalatul hatab.
حمالة الحطب.
Fi jidiha hablum min masad.
في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Beautiful recitation. Well done. Would you like to have a go by yourself?
Yes.
Okay, start from the beginning.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا ذي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Very nice. Excellent recitation. Well done, G1 719. Beautifully recited. Okay. One little thing, because often, mashallah, all of you kept all your lengths of your 2-second strokes were all right. Your elongated 3-second strokes were correct as well. You made beautiful jerking sounds when you needed to. Only place where you made a slight jerk where you don't need to is here. So, aghna, we don't need to say agh, it's just agh. So we just need to keep that nice and smooth here. Ma aghna. Once more.
Ma aghna.
Beautiful, very good. So we don't want to make a jerking sound there. We don't want to elongate that ghain sound at all. Okay, very, very good recitation, mashallah. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help today. Allah Hafiz, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
If we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1 511.
G1 511. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I am okay. Are you okay with today's lesson? Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Excellent. If we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. So we're going to start from Tasmiyah again. So I'm going to recite it and then you recite after me. Okay? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good effort. Well done. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Very good effort. Well done. Okay. What I want you to focus on is your elongated sounds. Okay. So here we need to try and make a sound for how many seconds? Do you remember?
3,
Excellent. What about here?
2,
Excellent. So what I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in so that we can try to keep to that 3 and 2 seconds there. Okay. Because mashallah, your recitation was really good. So you just need to focus on how to elongate for a little bit longer, right? Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Very good effort. You really tried to make sure you had that long elongation. Okay. What I want you to do is before you start the ayat, before you start the verse, take a really deep breath in so your tummy is full of air. So you have plenty of air so that you can say the entire verse in the least amount of breaks as possible. Okay? So let's try for the next one. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to recite the verse and then you have a go. Okay? Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab.
ما أغنى ماله وما كسب.
Very good. Excellent. You really tried to make sure that all your elongated sounds were for the appropriate amount of time. And that's what's important. Okay, so your 3 seconds here, your 2 seconds here, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and again 2 seconds over here. So that was really good. Well done. Let's move on. Sayasla naran zata lahab. Sayasla
سيصلى talahab.
Okay, let's break this down a little bit. Sayasla.
Sayasla
Very good. Naran.
nawan
Dhata lahab.
talahab.
Very good. Now let's try put that together. Sayasla naran dhata lahab.
Sayasla nawan talahab. Talahab.
Good. How long are we going to say this for?
2 seconds.
Good. Well done. 2 seconds. Once more. Say that second section again.
Talahab.
Very good. Excellent. So all I want you to work on, really work on, is making sure that you know where the 2 second sounds are, because you told me straight away that's 2 seconds. So all you need to do now is really try to focus on making sure that you say make your 2 second elongation when you see an alif mad or a ya mad, for example, over here, or a waw mad, or if you see your extended elongation strokes and signs, then you need to look at those and think, how long do I need to say that? And try to make sure that you elongate for the appropriate amount of time. Okay? Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help.
Okay.
G1511. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1549.
G1549.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. If we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and then we'll begin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good. Well done. So we're going to start from here. Okay, I'm going to recite and then you recite after me. Okay. Wamra'a.
وامرأة
Wamra'atu.
وامرأة
Very good. And make sure you join to the ha here. Tuh.
ته
Very good. Wamra'atu.
وامرأة
Hammalatal hatab.
حمالة الحطب
Very good. Wamra'atu. Hammalatal hatab.
وامرأة حمالة الحطب
Good. في جيدها حبل من مسد.
في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Very good effort. Well done. How long are we going to say this one here for? How many seconds?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done. And this one here?
3 seconds.
Okay, so this is a yamad and this is a yamad. So they're both 2 seconds each. Okay? Fi, ji. Okay? And this one here?
Is it
It's an alif
One-
mad. So it will be
1 second?
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Because there is a blank alif after a letter with a fatha on the top. So that means that this is pronounced for 2 seconds. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds just in those few letters there. Okay, so just listen carefully. Fi, ji, diha. Each of the timings is you have to try and make sure that they're exactly the same length. Okay, so let's try that verse once more.
في جيدها
Beautiful.
حبل
Well done. Excellent. Now, what I want you to do here is you've got meme gunna here and here. So you need to hold on the meme sound again. Okay, and you're joining this meme to this meme over here. So just listen to me once and then you have a go. Hablum min masad.
Hablum min masad.
Good, well done. So you really have to push on the meme and hold there for 2 seconds, make a nasal sound. Okay, so let's try that whole last verse. Fi jidiha hablum min masad.
Fi jidiha hablum min masad.
Good, well done. Lum min masad.
Lum min masad.
Very good, excellent, well done. So really making sure you're holding on the meme sound, pushing it down and making a nasal sound there as well. Okay, Jazakumullah, thank you so much. G1549. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, excellent, well done. Very, very good practice today, students. Everyone recited really well. Everyone took note of all of the comments that were given and tried to rectify and improve their recitation, which is really, really important as well, for all of us, students and teachers alike. So what I would like you to do, please, for homework today is practice Alif Zaida. I think this is the homework from yesterday. So what I want you to do today, please, is to practice Hamza on Ya. Exercise 22.5. Okay, please practice that. Make sure that you remember that the ya is not recited, only the hamza is recited. So whether there's a kasra, a fatha, a dhamma, whatever stroke is on top or underneath the ya, it is the hamza which is pronounced, not the ya. Okay, and I would like you please to practice Surah Lahab as well. So that you have practiced it nicely and you keep practicing it on a daily, so you keep practicing it, you read it carefully, you practice it well so that all of your sounds are perfected, and make sure your elongation is perfected as well. Okay, so if we could have our final student for our final prayer.
Yes, G1743.
G1743.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Are you ready for the final prayer?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So I'm going to recite and then you can recite after me. Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'anil azim.
Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'anil azim.
Good effort, well done. Could you show the translation?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Well done. And let's move on to the last one. وَجَعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً.
وَجَعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً.
Very good effort, well done. And the translation, please.
And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help, and thank you to all the students. Jazakumullah sana jazaa to all the students and all the parents. And inshallah, we will see you in class again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.